Hello and welcome back to Sack to the Future, week number 2 of the 1980 season. Both the Buffalo Bills and Miami Dolphins won their opening game, so this is for first place early on in the 1980 season, the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. Now the Dolphins dominated the Bills in the 70s. In fact, I actually don't have the exact stat here, total record, but the Dolphins, it's been many years since they've even lost a game to the Buffalo Bills. So we will see if the Bills can change that or if the Dolphins will continue their domination over the Buffalo Bills. It's a new decade, so let's remember that. What happened in the 70s can stay in the 70s. We saw that in opening week when the Bills beat the team of the 70s, the Steelers. So now they play the team of the AFC East in the 70s, the Dolphins, and see if they can make it 2-0 for getting rid of the 70s dominant teams. Dolphins and Bills. Fantastic rivalry. From Miami. Take a look at the coaches. Bob Greasy getting the start for the Dolphins, it looks like, and why not? And let's set this up and get the ball kicked off. It's a little bit later, but then again, it is Saturday night, so depending how this game goes, we might just go ahead and hit you with a double header, but we'll have to see, of course, how late it is when this game ends. There's Bob Greasy last week, 20 of 27, 154 yards, no touchdowns, and 1 interceptions, but again, he did win the game. So here we go. Motion to start for the Dolphins. Greasy will take a quick drop and then roll to the right and roll right into Williams, who gets the sack to start the game. Beautiful start for the Buffalo Bills. So again, both teams at 1-0 after their opening week wins. There's a screen pass, but the Bills all over it, so the Bills defense up to a fantastic start to start this divisional game, rivalry game. Once again, the Dolphins have dominated the series since becoming a team, but especially in the 70s, obviously the 60s. When the Dolphins were first getting started, the Bills won the first couple, sort of evened out, but then the 70s was pretty much all Dolphins as far as this matchup goes. But now we're in the 80s, and the first drive of the 80s between these two teams is the Dolphins doing absolutely nothing and punting the ball. So let's take a look at the quarterback for the Buffalo Bills, Joe Ferguson. Last week, 24 of 29, great percentage, 227 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. And again, that was against the defending champion Pittsburgh Steelers, so fantastic start to the season. Ferguson fires over to the right side of the field and hits the receiver, who did not step out of bounds, actually got to the 38-yard line first, so a first down right away. Lewis kept his feet in bounds until he was picking up the first down, Frank Lewis. And there's a pitch out to the rookie, Joe Cribbs. He's going to make one guy miss and get 9 yards. Last week in his first game as a professional, 23 carries, 105 yards. Quite a start for the rookie. And that was a good start to this game, 9 yards there. Ferguson deep drop, then he steps up and just fires it out of bounds. So in Sack to the Future, of course, you have a little bit of mix of real life because Sack to the Future has not done the 70s yet. But sometimes you get these things such as Joe Cribbs, who starts his career in 1980, which means his entire career will be Sack to the Future style. He has no yards coming into Sack to the Future. Over 100 in his first game, and we'll see what he does here in the second game. There's another handoff to him. He cuts it back. You see some of the quickness there from the rookie. And 2nd and 5. Cribbs, of course, the former Auburn Tiger. There's a throw downfield, and that hits his main receiver, Jerry Butler. Of course, what has been touted as the primary receiver. Butler, of course, a rookie last year in 79, has turned into the #1 receiver. But here, that's a sack by Betters. Doug Betters comes in, gets the sack, and that makes it a 2nd and goal all the way back to the 15-yard line. So here come the Buffalo Bills from the 15. 2nd and goal, 15 yards away. And they're actually going to hand off, but that's a huge hole. It was not Cribbs. It's the fullback, Curtis Brown, with the 7-yard carry. 3rd and goal from just inside the 10. This has got to be a passing play, doesn't it? It is going to be a pass. Ferguson steps up. No, he's okay. He throws it corner of the end zone. Did he tap his feet down? Oh, what a terrific play. Ferguson ran up to the line and got just hesitation enough from the Dolphins secondary to think maybe he was going to run for it. Threw it right at the line, right to the back of the end zone. And the catch was made, we believe. They are reviewing it, though. Frank Lewis. Okay, good job not showing his feet. Okay, here we go. Boom. That looks good. That looks good. Frank Lewis comes down with his toes inbounds. That's a touchdown. Let's see. Make sure the Madden referee does not screw it up. It is, in fact, confirmed a touchdown. So the 80 Bills defeating the Pittsburgh Steelers, defending champions in their opening game at home, and now go on the road against a team that they have had terrible luck against, the Miami Dolphins, and they take the lead. Little fake power outage there. Let's kick it deep. And the Dolphins are bringing it out, but that's a bad decision. Only gets to the 13-yard line. I don't know why he's celebrating that. It was a terrible decision and not a good run back. But here comes Don Shula's Miami Dolphins. Greasy with a deeper drop. Throws it complete up near the first down marker up to the 23-yard line. Short of the first down, though. It was Lee on the reception. The I formation now for the Dolphins. 2nd and inches. There's a handoff and a nice hole all the way across the 30-yard line. Robisky takes it for a 9-yard gain. Robisky, just one of the many ball carriers this Dolphin team has. As the year goes on, it will be interesting to see who takes the lead as the #1 back. Last week it was Dalvin Williams, but here Robisky gets the first 2 carries of the game. Don Shula not afraid to mix it up, especially offensively. Greasy comes up underneath, throw, that's complete, and there's no Bills around, so he gets plenty of yards after the catch. Greasy's now 3 for 3. 3 for 3 start to the game for the quarterback, Bob Greasy. Bob Greasy definitely been around for a while. He's 35 years of age. This is his 14th season out of Purdue. And now there's a play action fake, and Greasy will throw underneath and immediately tackled. Testerman on the reception. Another different, no, sorry. What am I? There's a completion underneath, but gets enough. Bruce Hardy gets enough for the first down, and Greasy now 6 for 6. Play action, fake again. Greasy throws it this time. He gets rid of it, and it goes out of bounds. That's his first incompletion of the game. Greasy now back from the shotgun. There you see, wow, the Redskins destroying the Giants, 27-0. And that makes both those teams 1-1. Here in this division, the Patriots and Jets. So the loser of this game, of course, will drop to 1-1 and join the rest of the AFC East. The winner will be in sole possession of first place, as you see Greasy throw it out of bounds again. And now here comes a field goal attempt of 49 yards for Uwe von Schaman. And this is good. He puts it through from 49, and the Dolphins are on the board. So after an early punt by the Dolphins, each team scores on their next drives, and the Bills will get it for the second time. Kick return out to the 20. And out comes Ferguson, fresh off of his second touchdown pass of 1980. And the drive will start with a handoff to the rookie Cribbs. His fourth carry, he has 20 yards now. 2nd and 8. Lots of Dolphins up at the line, daring him to throw. Play action pass, it was just an all-out blitz. It was not necessarily, they blitzed all the linebackers and at least one safety, maybe both. If he had any time at all, I'm sure there was people wide open, but it was just all out. There's no way you can block us, and Ferguson just had to eat it for a 6-yard loss. 8-yard loss. Ferguson comes up firing down the middle, and he's got his man. A huge play, but there is a flag. And it's personal foul, roughing the passer, so they're going to get the yardage tacked on. Ferguson hits Jerry Butler with a big play, and then you add 15 yards on top of that, and just like that, the Bills are all the way from a 3rd and 16 deep in their own territory. They're now all the way into Miami territory at the 40-yard line. Ferguson, quick drop this time, gets it out to Cribbs out of the backfield. Ferguson, 5 of 6, already up to 70 yards. A great start to his 1980 season between last week's game against the Steelers and the start here in Miami. Ferguson drops back, fires downfield. That's Butler again. Butler having a great game. He's inside the 20. And what is going on with the Buffalo Bills? The Bills, of course, last year, very ineffective at running the ball, but the rookie Cribbs has looked like a star in the making, and then you put that with Ferguson's passing, and the Bills are formidable offensively, and we know that more times than not, they always are going to show up with the defense, so could be a surprise for the Patriots and Dolphins in this division. This year, Patriots probably regarded as the favorite, but the Dolphins a close second. I guess, I mean, we didn't think the Bills are too far behind the Dolphins, but right now they're looking better than both. Ferguson's going to tuck this one and run down to the 11-yard line. 2nd and 5 coming up. Dolphins really need to stop and do a field goal here, or else it's going to be starting to get out of hand already early. High formation on 2nd and 5. They'll give it to the fullback. And Brown will get 1 yard short of the first down. Bills over 100 yards of offense so far. Quick drop from Ferguson. Now he drops a little bit deeper, avoids one sack, then throws it on the run and completes it down to the 1 yard line. That was an interesting body torque going on there with Ferguson, but he got the throw off and on target. And the Bills now have a 1st and goal from the 1. There you see the Los Angeles Rams and Baltimore Colts are tied, but there is a wide open side of the field for Curtis Brown. Easily runs that into the end zone. And the Buffalo Bills are shocking the fans here in Miami so far. It is now 14-3. Delvin Williams on the sidelines explaining how he should be the back getting all the carries. But that's not the coach. That was just A.J. Dewey, the linebacker. So not sure what he can do about it. Let's see if they use Devin Williams some on this drive. Now down 14-3. Greasy comes back out. Total yards, you see 109 to 40. Bills off to a good start. There's only a single back there, and Greasy ignores him. He's going to throw and fire towards the sidelines, and he's got his man. Rubisky's hurting. So Rubisky's been the feature back so far today, but now he got up a little bit gingerly there. And maybe that will force Delvin Williams back into action. Let's see who's back there now. It is a fake to him. And then he'll throw underneath. So fake it and then throw it to Delvin Williams. All right, so for all his talk, he needs to do a little bit more than that when he gets the ball. 3rd and 4. Greasy from the shotgun. Waits, throws, completes, and gets the first down. Greasy 9 of 11. He's doing his job. It's just that the Dolphins defense can't stop the Bills. There's a delayed handoff. Gets a couple. Williams now 8 yards on 3 carries. Season's still early. We're only in week 2. As the season goes along, teams will start to separate themselves, if not for real in the standings, at least to you, the viewer, since you'll be able to see all the Buffalo Bills games at least. And hopefully enough of the Patriots, Dolphins, and Jets that you can get an idea where they rank and who's going to win this division. There you see both offenses moving the ball. Defenses having a little bit of issues here this game. Greasy play action pass, and now with pressure on him, he fires deep and out of bounds. I don't think he was trying to complete that one. 3rd and inches. This has got to be a handoff. And no, it's play action pass trying to be cute, but does find the man, so it does work. Well, gone are the old days with Kick, Morris, and Zonka back there, and he's just 3rd and inches clearly. I mean, 3rd and 4, you're even handing up, just slamming through, but different age. Oh, Greasy tries to run for some extra yardage, gets popped, fumbles the football. It's picked up by the Bills, and I think he might be gone. Can anyone catch him? That's going to be a scoop and score touchdown for the Buffalo Bills. And Miami fans are stunned. Dolphins on the drive, thinking it's about to be at least 14-6. Greasy gets popped inside the red zone. Look at this, inside the red zone right there. Pop, fumble, picked up, and then off to the races. Touchdown for the Buffalo Bills safety, Jeff Nixon, who caused the fumble. Looks to me that the hit was put on by Rufus Bess, and then Nixon picked it up and ran it back for a touchdown. So, good news if you're a Buffalo Bills fan. It's friggin' 21-3, and it looks like you're going to be at a 2-0 start and in sole possession of first place. The bad news for anyone not a Buffalo Bills fan is we might have another blowout on our hands. The weeks start with blowouts, and then the afternoon and night games to end the week become really good. I'm not sure why that's the way it is. Well, let's see. The Dolphins have to start scoring touchdowns now. Oh, a pump fake by Greasy, but he could never get away this second throw attempt, or whatever you want to call it, because he gets sacked for the 2nd time by Williams, 3rd time overall. And now a 2nd and 15. Greasy. Here comes pressure again. He's got to get rid of it. Throws deep downfield, and it's knocked away. Greasy, after a great start, has thrown a couple. Well, he's fumbled, been sacked, and then just threw an incompletion there. Greasy now on 3rd and 15. The Bills all-out pressure from the defensive line as they have nothing to worry about on these long 3rd downs. Greasy goes underneath, gets half the yardage back. Dolphins up to 100 total yards, which isn't horrible, but it's the fact they're down 21-3 that makes it horrible. And now, Cribbs on that punt return didn't get much, but you expect him to get the ball a lot. I mean, it's not like the Bills need to start running out the clock or anything in the 2nd quarter, but they might just add a couple more runs here and there just to, get the game over with a little bit quicker. There's one. He's got to produce, though. I mean, if you get 1 yard, then why not just keep throwing? Then again, the Bills have lost most of the time against the Dolphins throughout the full decade of the 70s. So you might just want to put as many points as you can up and make sure there's no way the Dolphins somehow continue this onslaught in this rivalry. Today it's an onslaught of a different color, though. The blue jerseys are whooping the white ones. 4 minutes to go in the first half, 21-3. Ferguson drops back. He'll send it out to Cribbs out of the backfield. Now, Cribbs, the reason the Bills are so excited about him is at Auburn, Cribbs showed both the ability to catch the ball out of the backfield as well as make moves like that and just squirt 2 extra yards out of more than it looks like he's going to get out of every handoff. And in Auburn, he had a little bit more wide open, more games against inferior talent, so he could just show his speed and get these huge runs. We haven't seen that yet in the NFL, and they're a lot harder to come by, but you'll see his speed if he can ever just get into the open. Oh, now Ferguson gets popped and fumbles the ball, but the Bills recover it. Ken Jones, the alert left tackle, falls on the ball. Ooh, I'm not sure if I agree with this. Coach is calling for a 57-yard attempt. He did not have the leg in practice, but now that the real thing is on, he still doesn't have the leg. So he literally showed you in practice that he doesn't have the leg for that, and they tried it anyways. Question marks for Chuck Knox. But that does give the Dolphins a good field position, and we will see if Don Shula can figure out a way to get his team on the board again before the half. Even a field goal helps. 21-6 technically would be just a 2-score game. Oh, but instead Greasy fires and it's batted up in the air and picked off. So the missed field goal doesn't hurt at all because the Bills and Greasy turn it over again. Jim Haslett, the future coach of the Saints, comes up with the interception. Just falls into his hands with a perfect gift for the Buffalo Bill linebacker. And now let's see if the Bills can put more points on the board before the half's over. What is going on? The second consecutive pass that's tipped and just kind of hanging in the air for the defender to pick off. So this interception goes to the Dolphins. Here's, it's not impossible to believe because these have been contested throws, but it's just odd that in both instances the ball happened to pop up high enough in the air that another defender can run under it and pick it off. But that's the way it goes sometimes if you're throwing catches against such tight coverage. Oh my goodness, that is the third consecutive pass that's been intercepted. That more of just a clean interception, but we had a tip ball picked by the Bills. Ferguson throws it into coverage, and that's tipped and intercepted by the Dolphins. And now Greasy comes back and says, I'm trying to give you guys the ball here, take it back once again. Turnover number 3 for the Miami Dolphins. Now the Bills need to knock this off. 3 plays in a row have been turnovers. Just hand it to Cribbs or something. Nope, he's going to throw. And he comes down with it. Okay. It was a little bit of a jump ball. So after 3 turnovers, Ferguson goes ahead and throws a kind of a 50-50 ball. But his man, the Jerry Butler, makes the catch. And now a nice little comeback route by Jerry Butler. Ooh, he was close to the sidelines. Did he come back inbounds? Butler's playing very well today. And that catch is good. 1:12 to go. Bills have all their timeouts. Ferguson drops back, fires. Nicely thrown just to the side of 2 Dolphins and into the hands of his receiver. Well, let's see. If you put a field goal on the board, it's a full 3-touchdown lead. If you put a touchdown on the board, the Dolphin fans might be gone for the second half. The Dolphins have pretty good coverage, but Ferguson just keeps fitting it in there, and Butler is just having a master class first half. 8 catches already, over 100 yards, catching jump balls, catching just picture-perfect routes, and great throws by Ferguson as well. And Ferguson not able to get rid of Beathers on that one. That's Beathers' second sack, so Beathers is still out there trying to hold it down for the Dolphins. In fact, the Dolphins' defense does have 4 sacks, but they were giving up a ton of yardage. Here's a throw underneath to Cribbs, and another timeout will be called. And out comes the field goal unit. Okay. 4th and 4, field goal unit coming out for 44 seconds. Oh, that timeout was by the Dolphins. That makes sense because it was 4th down. So the Dolphins will have 2 timeouts left. Now down by a full 3-touchdown score of 24-3. Well, Greasy has now turned the ball over on the last 3 consecutive drives. A fumble when the game was still in doubt, but it was picked up and scoop and scored or whatever. Scoop and score touchdown. And then you've had 2 interceptions thrown on his last 2 passes, actually. So Greasy's last 4 touches have been 3 turnovers. There's a screen pass. So Greasy finally gets to connect with his own guy. So that's a good call to kind of calm Greasy down. But it will take away the first half. Do they call another play? Okay, here we go. This is not trying to get touchdowns. This is just trying to get some confidence for Greasy. Completes another one. So he goes into the locker room completing his last 2 passes to guys in his jersey color, which is always good. Don Shula's got work to do at half, though. It is a blowout here in Miami and not for the home team. 24-3, the Bills manhandling their division rival. I'm sure it feels good for these guys that have been around for the last few years, unable to beat the Dolphins, and now they're having their way. Miller on the return up to the 22-yard line, and here come out the Buffalo Bills again. Only 40 yards rushing for the Bills. One thing they didn't do well, but still did better than the Dolphins at it. Bills pretty much dominated in every way in comparison to the Dolphins. Play action. Ferguson has all kinds of time, but decides to roll out of it and run, take an unnecessary shot. His line gave him good protection. He must have saw something, or thought he saw something that he didn't see, but taking a big hit like that for just a couple yards when you had no pressure on you is an interesting choice. But, I mean, hey, who's going to argue with a guy that's 16 of 18 and on top 24-3, about to be 2-0? Give him the benefit of the doubt. There's a pitch out to Cribbs, and there you see some speed. They were able to close him down and use the sideline as the other defender, but you saw a little bit of Cribbs in the open. He is not disappointed here in his rookie campaign. Play action pass, Ferguson. Fires downfield and complete. And there's a guy that has not disappointed at all last year. The rookie, he's taken not one, but it looks like 2 more steps forward and becoming a very dangerous receiver, especially in this game. 9 catches for 136 yards. Jerry Butler. Oof. Looked like a hole was going to open up, but the and then you had big old Bob Baumhauer, nose tackle, destroying the hole and everything that was in it. Now you see Cribbs makes his own hole, squirts through and gets a nice gain. So 3rd and 3 coming up. 10.5. So this drive has been 4.5 minutes so far. There's another handoff. Cribbs avoids the first tackler. A.J. Dewey's there to stop anything else from happening. And out comes the field goal kicker once again. 42-yarder is good. And it's 27-3 in favor of the Buffalo Bills. Oh, there you see the Pittsburgh Steelers dominating the Oakland Raiders at the moment, 19-0. So the Steelers and Bills played last week. Bills got the better of them. They won pretty convincingly. But now here in the second week, both the Bills and Steelers are looking dominant. There's a broken tackle. So there's a little bit of positivity for the crowd that's stuck around. Something to cheer. There's Ronnie Lee. Turns a short pass into a pretty decent gain. Greasy. Turns, fires, hits Hardy. Greasy 17 of 23. That's not the problem. The problem is he's turned it over 3 times. And the other problem is no running game for the Miami Dolphins. Now they've only attempted 7 runs, but they have not been effective even on those attempts. Greasy on 3rd and 6. I'll tell you what, that's a completion and it's a first down. It's a good play, but Mario Clark almost had another defensive touchdown for the Bills. Take a look at this, how close this is to being picked up. That would have been a touchdown for the Bills, but instead it's a first down for the Dolphins. So Greasy, I mean, when you're down by 24 points, you're going to have to throw some risky balls. If that would have been picked off in return, though, then it's all hope would be lost. But as it is right now, if they get a touchdown on this drive, we're not even in the 4th quarter yet, so it would definitely still be a ball game. Ooh, there's a pop. It's still a division rivalry, even if the game is getting out of hand score-wise. They're still going to pop each other. And there's Greasy just getting rid of it to avoid the sack. And let's see, is it worth it? It is. It is worth it to go ahead and kick the field goal. Don Shula says 49-yarder. Kick is up. And he missed it. Wow. Well, if Shula knew that he was going to miss it, I'm sure he wouldn't have went for it at 4th, but just wide to the right. So the Bills take over, again, still leading by 24. Ferguson's going to throw on first down. Hits Cribbs out of the backfield. Ferguson at 90% right now, 18 of 20. There's a completion. He turns, runs all the way across the 30-yard line. A little flip out to his fullback, but he turns upfield, gets another 17 yards on top of that. turns it into a 20-plus yard gain, and they're all the way down to the 27-yard line. Now a quick throw. So it was a quick pass because they felt like Jerry Butler hasn't caught one for, a couple minutes. So quick pass to him. Ferguson back to pass again. Looking for the end zone. Oh, no, he was just throwing it out of the back of the end zone. Ferguson 20 of 23, but they're up by 24 points. I did not expect just a passing onslaught this drive, but maybe they just want to put the Dolphins away score-wise. Oh, Ferguson had him, and that was just a misfire. That was a first down, and there was room to run, so it's probably getting it inside the 10-yard line. But Ferguson, he's made a lot of good throws, and that throw is just a little bit too far, and it will force the field goal attempt. It is good, though. Very little things going wrong for the Bills. So all in all, Knox and all the Buffalo fans have got to be very thrilled with this score, 30-3 against their arch rivals, Miami Dolphins. Well, I mean, you beat the defending champions in week 1, so you feel like, okay, what we thought in the preseason, that we are a legitimate Super Bowl contenders, everyone thinks, coming out of the preseason. Then, the doubters say, yeah, but that was a fluke. They'd never beat the Dolphins. But they're not just beating the Dolphins. They're beating them 30-3 in Miami. So now the doubters are like, okay, maybe we got something here. And then you wonder, okay, if they're going to beat the Dolphins this bad, maybe they are a better team than the Patriots as well. That'll be interesting to see when they play the Patriots. And then if you start dreaming of Buffalo Bills making the playoffs, if they're good enough to beat the... Now I realize it was opening week, it was not a playoff game, but they beat the Steelers once. They'd have confidence at least to think they could beat them even in the playoff game. And if you make the playoffs and can beat the team that's dominated the playoffs in the AFC, who knows how far this team could go. That's getting way ahead of ourselves. But, just say, Buffalo's looked very impressive in the first 7 quarters of 1980. There's Bob Greasy. Oh, another fumble. I think he was down. They'll let the play out, but I believe he was down. Not going to look at the review just because I was very sure he was down, so I'll just skip that. They do call it that he was down, not a fumble. And the Dolphins still have the ball here late in the third. Down by 4 scores. There's Greasy, completes to Hardy downfield, and Greasy up to 195 yards now. Greasy rolls to the right, hit as he throws, but does get it out of bounds for an incompletion. Nothing worse. Can't do field goals anymore. You need 4 touchdowns. Greasy throws underneath, complete, short of the first though. And will they get another play off this quarter? Let's see. Runs to the line. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. He can snap it, but does not. Interesting. They'll have to get all 4 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. It will be an amazing comeback if the Dolphins can pull this off. But I would not hold my breath. And the fourth quarter starts with a sack, just in case you were thinking they were going to do it. And now 4th and 16. They have to go for it because they need 4 touchdowns. They have to get inside the 5. Greasy from the shotgun. The line gives them enough time for everyone to get downfield. He fires it into the end zone and caught. Caught by their number 1 receiver, Nat Moore. He's been doing it for half a decade now, or actually 6 years. This is his 7th year. Nat Moore with the touchdown catch, and, well, they had almost no hope. They needed a 21-yard touchdown pass to have any hope. They got it, though. And so now the little hope they had is still there. Down by 3 touchdowns, 30-10. 14 minutes to go. The Bills have been throwing the ball out in the second half. But now that we're in the fourth quarter and they still have a 3-touchdown lead, It's getting closer and closer to time to start making sure that reducing the clock is one of the most important things you're doing. So let's see if Cribbs, there it is. Oh, Cribbs on his own gets a carry, and on the very first carry, he gets a first down. So he paid that one off well, and then does a little Spider-Man celebration. And so they'll give it to him again. No, sorry, they switched it up on me. They gave it to the fullback, Curtis Brown. Now you see Ferguson milking that clock down inside of 5 seconds every play. Smart. And here's play action. And Ferguson firing up to midfield and beyond. Ferguson's still 21 of 25, having a great game. And this is a great drive. As far as time-wise goes, it's already taken off 3 minutes. And now there's a handoff to take off more. Curtis Brown, you saw him covering with 2. So Bill's doing everything smart right now. Taking time off. 2 hands on the ball. Ferguson running the clock under 5 seconds. Oh, except for that one, it was 7 seconds. But normally he's been getting it down under 5. Ferguson's going to take off. And he has now scrambled 3 times for 10 yards. 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9, and they actually hand it off. Okay, so there you go. Full evidence that the Bills are thinking as long as they're killing some clock, there's no way the Dolphins can get their 3 touchdowns. So they do what they need to do, take about 4 minutes off the clock or more, and get it under 10 minutes. Now the Dolphins have to not only score 3 touchdowns, but they need to score one of them. They're very quick. Either this one or their next touchdown needs to be like just a huge 1 or 2 play touchdown. Oh, and this could be a 1 play touchdown for the wrong team. Ooh. Okay, so Williams saves a touchdown, but Greasy turns it over for the 4th time. It looked like it was going to be the 2nd touchdown of the Bills. Look at this. There's just, I mean, the Bills know you have to pass, and they're too good of a defense to just throw all day against. Picked off. Williams does a good job saving the touchdown, but I mean, it's over. It is over. It's 30-10. Going to be more than that soon. And I mean, even just 3 handoffs will take a minute and a half, almost 2 minutes off, and then you kick a field goal. There's just no way the Dolphins can recover. Cribbs breaks a few tackles, gets 4 more yards than I thought he was going to get, all the way down to the 5-yard line. Man, the young skill position guys. Ferguson, of course, the veteran quarterback, but now he's got, you know, this new running back to go along with the receiver that they grabbed last year, and the Bills are starting to put something together here. 33-10. Don Shula's not going to be happy. I mean, he was already being predicted. It was already being predicted that the Patriots have surpassed the Dolphins. They are the best team in the division now, is what all the columnists and things are saying. But this is showing Shula that, hey, we're not even sure if they're right about the Patriots, but we know that the Bills seem to be a better class than us, and that's going to be hard for Shula to take. He expects to be the top dog in his division at all times. Greasy steps up, fires, nice throw there. Greasy's made some nice throws. He's just made some horrendous ones as well. 25 of 35 isn't bad. 250's not bad, but 3 interceptions and a fumble is bad. 6.5. Play action pass. No way the Bills are believing that. Complete. There's 2 Bills out there to make sure Hardy doesn't go anywhere. Do another play action pass because the Bills clearly are thinking run. Sarcasm. Greasy in trouble and down he goes. So the Bills grab a sack. Actually surprised they don't have more of those. That's their 5th one, but the Dolphins have not run the ball hardly at all. First it was just a decision, and then they got down so big that they had to throw. 37 pass attempts, and now they're playing on 4th and 17. They still believe they can get these 4 touchdowns, but if they don't get 17 or more yards on this play, then even... Oh, he's going for a home run ball, and he caught... What? Wow. So, okay, so there's people telling me that the Dolphins still had a chance. I might have been laughing at that. But on 4th and 17, Greasy just throws it basically as far as he could possibly throw it. And Duriel Harris from New Mexico State goes up, makes the catch, fights off the tackler, and gets into the end zone. What a play, and now they're going to go for 2. Well, it's 33-16. Make it 33-18. Keep it down to a 2-score game. No. So the Dolphins stop it. It's still a 3-score game. Well, you were going to have to... I mean, had they made the extra... You know, in hindsight, you say, why not kick the extra point? Then you're down by 16, which is exactly 2 scores. But they were going to have to get 2 2-point conversions anyways. So there's the onside kick. Bills recover that. That should... I mean... Realistically, the game's already over, but because of that touchdown, some crazy Dolphin fans got excited. But now the onside kick failure should, and the 2-point conversion failure should make sure they know they can relax. Not going to get 2 more deep bombs to come through in the rest of the game. But just in case, the Bills are running the ball and they pick up a first down. Going to get this clock down to 2 minutes. Just get this game over with before the Dolphins get any more excitement. There's a handoff in a huge hole for Curtis Brown. Change up Curtis Brown. And he's having a pretty good day as well. I mean, Cribbs, not just what Cribbs has done, but he's also kind of lit a spark in Curtis Brown as well. And there is Ferguson throwing for some reason, and it's picked off by the Dolphins, and he throws off Cribbs but returns it almost 50 yards back into Buffalo territory. Now, let's not get crazy. I mean, had they got the 2-point conversion, it would be a 2-score game, and you'd be thinking something, but it's still a 3-score game. I don't know what Ferguson was doing there. I said the Bills were playing smart until that play. That was a dumb idea. And now the Dolphins still have almost no shot, but it's not no shot. It was no shot. Now you've turned it to almost no shot by throwing instead of just taking off clock. Greasy's still going to need the rest of the miracle, though. He needs a touchdown on one of the next 2 passes, then use all their timeouts on defense, get the ball back. Drive, get a touchdown with at least 2 seconds to go so they can recover an onside kick and hit a Hail Mary. So, yes, it's pretty much still impossible. But here's a long jump ball. Nope. Okay. Try that again. That one didn't work. If this one works, there's still a very outside chance. If this one doesn't work, then there's no chance. Greasy throws it into the end zone again and tipped and incomplete. Okay. So neither miracle was answered. Or miracle prayer, whatever. And the Bills, Ferguson should not be allowed to even think about throwing anymore. Just run it. Take away clock or timeouts, either or. First handoff gets to the 2-minute warning. I don't even think Don Shula's calling timeouts anymore. He might call it on this play just to see if Ferguson tries to throw on 3rd down. But once he realizes Ferguson's not throwing another pass, I don't think there's any more timeouts. Nope, Shula's not even going to call that timeout. So even Shula understands there's no way. Handoff, tackle, no timeout. So the Bills will go ahead and punt, but it'll be down to about 30 seconds when the Dolphins have the ball again. It's going to bounce into the end zone for a touchback. So the Dolphins have 34 seconds to get 17 points. There's no way that's happening. They probably won't get any points, but they do have their timeouts if they want to work on last-minute drive scenario stuff. Greasy. Jump ball situation. Was that Duriel Harris again? Wow, he's turning into a stud on the deep ball. They'll call a timeout. And so for as good as the Bills have looked, the Dolphins are going to end up having close to 400 passing yards against them because they've just had to throw this entire second half, and some of the deep balls have gotten through. Greasy throws it out of bounds. Greasy's attempted 45 passes. This is not your 70s Dolphins. Greasy drops back again. Fires out of the backfield, complete, and that's going to be their last timeout. And here we go. They got to put this ball in the end zone. I mean, it's over anyways, but if they want points, they got to get it on this throw. Greasy fires to the end zone, and it's a touchdown. So the Dolphins at least will make the score look better at the end. Kind of ruin some of the Buffalo Bills stats a little bit, as all of a sudden, when it's all said and done, it's going to say the Bills gave up a lot of yards and 23 points. But for 3 quarters at least, the Bills defense played really well. And then just a couple deep plays that worked for the Dolphins. Made Greasy's stats look great, yards-wise, not turnover-wise. And the Bills' defense looked not as impressive as it really was. So the Bills still get just a 10-point win, but it was never in doubt. It was kind of a blowout, even though it says 33-23. Bills go to 2-0, total control of the division. Dolphins, it's not like, I mean, it's only 1 loss, so it was a bad loss, but it's 1. So they're 1-1, just like the Patriots and Jets. So they don't fall too far. Every one of the divisions within 1 game of each other. But the leaders are the Buffalo Bills. Thank you for joining. Join again for the next game, which would be the Bears and the Bengals. Most likely, I'm not going to go ahead and do the doubleheader. It is a little bit later. Too late for that, but we will do Bears Bengals most likely tomorrow night after the real life 2023 playoff games, 2022 teams of Bengals Chiefs, which I have Joe Burrow winning that one, but that's kind of just because I picked the Bengals in the beginning, but I also like Burrow. The other one is really literally like I'm flipping a coin. I have no idea who's going to win the 49ers and Eagles game. But anyways, thanks for joining. Join tomorrow night if you need more football after the great championship games and you want to go back to 1980, Sack to the Future. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.